Alright, we're going up Imogene. This is really kind of cool. I had never put the two in relation to each other. Man, I should be. But over there's Black Bear, we came down. We just came down that mess. So I'm going to ride this across to Ouray. Well, she took that line. In my defense, it ain't like she couldn't hear me coming. Heading for you, Julia. So we are going up Imogene. And when I tell you we're going up Imogene, this joker's been going up forever. Oh man, how cool is that? I'm looking for the iconic Imogene tunnel. I believe it's right up here. Well, maybe not. Man, I give this big thumper one thing. If you want to lug, she'll lug. If you want to take off for the moon, she'll take off for the moon. Y'all call me a sissy if you want, but I'm staying over here next to the ledge. I looked over a few minutes ago, it made me sick. Wow. Hey, look, I think, hey, there we are. The Imogene Tunnel. Oh, man. Alright, still headed for the top. I'm somewhere. I've come to a split in the road, no signs, no nothing. I think this is Yankee Boy Basin or Tommy Boy Basin. But I'm going to get off and look at the GPS and find out for sure. Man, me and the bike both need to cool off. Imogene Pass. Now I'm going to tell y'all something. I didn't video it because I had my hands as full as a crooked poker player. This was by far the hardest pull coming up Imogene out of Telluride on a motorcycle. Every bit of it was just rolling rock. And for the first time since I've been here, if you let the RPMs get down, I had to double clutch, do a little slip clutching until it picked back up. But I rode a wheelie across the top. It's just a matter of if you let it get it lugged down to pulling out, coming up that hill. Well, I mean, there's the hill, so there's Telluride. We've come all the way up here. Imogene Pass, 13,114 feet. We're headed over there somewhere is Ouray. And then we're going to go back down 550 to 18 and back across to Lake City. So I've rode the 7 highest passes in Colorado today. From Lake City to Imogene, 59 of the hardest, most enduring miles I've ever ridden in my life. Well, for those of you that have been following my road to the Rockies, I'd say I did it. Alright, so we're heading down the back side of Imogene, or Imogene, I think some of the guys here called it. And I've got somewhat of a situation. I have no back brakes left. My rotor is completely gone. Matter of fact, I've got a piece of caliper that is melting or has melted. So I am taking it very, very, very slow. Very cautious. Choosing my lines very, very carefully. I guess 7 passes was just too much, or I was riding a little too conservative. I don't know. But 56 miles. Now, if all else fails, I'm using the back as an emergency only brake. When you hit that pedal, it does nothing but lock. It's metal on metal. So I'm choosing the flatter trails, letting the back slow itself down, and using the front brake conservatively. So nothing to worry about, just, you know, part of it. Hindsight being 2020, I've been riding this bike for over a year to work and here, there, and everywhere. I probably should have put a new rotor and brake pads on it before I come out here, but I mocked them, and they was within tolerance. But to be honest, I didn't know the kind of terrain I was going to be doing. So with that being said, here we are. Then you get in situations like that where it's just a line of commitment. You're falling off a mountain, you just point the bike and go. So I am going to go back to, this may be something on me. I changed, I put that new 606 on there. I may have got something out of whack. I don't know. We'll go back and look at it, but this ain't a big deal. I feel like the worst part, I know the stair climbing and the stair steps. Imogene, I believe the worst is behind us. I say that as I come up. I can't see the road where it goes. Probably drops straight off. Probably don't need brakes. Probably need a parachute. So I'm not worried about the caliper setup. I can buy a new caliper. The concern is you don't want to generate so much heat that you maybe burn the bearings up, or transfer enough heat through the spokes that you blow the inner tube out. That I don't think AAA comes out here, but just takes a little forethought and looking ahead. Now would have been a really good time to have that 13 on front. Looks like we got a Jeep coming up. I mean, I can always get off and walk it down. Where'd he go? So, you know, that brings up another thing. I spent 14 months planning this stuff, and it seems like it's been the minutest things that have caused us the most aggravation on this trip. Things that I, honest to God, don't think you could think of. So I've got the bike holding itself back. It's doing a great job as we fall off a mountain. And I'm only applying enough brake pressure to the front wheel so that I can feel it against the handle. I'm not applying enough to... Last thing I want to do is go into a slide. So all I'm doing is helping the engine brake hold itself back. When it's not needed, I don't use it. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a little unnerving coming off here without any back brakes, which is probably how I got in the situation. Man, look at that. I'm gonna tell y'all, had I known this situation was gonna arise, I probably wouldn't have took on Imogene, even though it was one of the 7 on my list. The last thing I want to do is melt the front rotor before I get back to the trailer. I keep watching that razor go downhill. It's still a long way down. And if anybody's still watching and hasn't fast forwarded through this, just to see if I wipe out, it's okay. That's why I left the camera running. I do want you to know there is a point of dedication though. If I start to lose it and I can't control it, this captain is not going down with the ship. I will bid bon voyage as I send this thing flying. I'll build another one. I'd hate to. For a carbureted bike, man, this thing has done tremendous. You couldn't ask for a better runner motorcycle. Now I looked at the GPS before I left the top, way up there. 361 is supposed to carry me all the way back to 550. And then I'm gonna run 550 to 18 back across Engineer where I started this morning and take it back to the house, back down to Lake City to where the RV's at. So don't know about 18, but I can ride just like this on 20 with no back brakes, and it's not going to be a huge deal. I do anticipate I won't have any brakes by the time I get back, front or back. Now I was going to go to the north side of Ouray and get gas, but I think I'm going to forego that. I've got 2 gallon in a stack pack behind me on the back, and I've only went about 65 miles, and half of that was all downhill, so I already have 3.5-4 gallon left in the tank anyway, if I even need gas. Alright. Easy. That looks like the bottom right there. We're kind of give everything a little break, get some wind on them rotors. I'd love to go play around out there, but in my current situation, I'm making a beeline for the RV. I can probably pick up a rotor, caliper and stuff tomorrow. And if not, I'll fix it when I get it home. That's alright. I rode 7 highest passes in Colorado today. And now I'm going to forge a river. Man, ain't that beautiful. Golly. Thank you. Here's that line of commitment I was talking about. Just point and go. And we're going downhill, so I mean, you know, the momentum's with you. You're going to fall off the rock. You might as well try to ride it. Switchback. Well, we have successfully fallen off a mountain with no back brakes. Look at that. I'll take it. when you get done falling off the mountain, you hit this nice gravel road. It's not dangerous. I mean, it's steep, but you know, it's not, well, you can see it's just it's like a driveway. Look at this view, man. This is incredible. I was getting a little too comfortable. Second gear. All right. And there's Ouray. As you can see, I'm still falling off a mountain. Man, this has been a spectacular day. Alright, I'm gonna find 550. There's $1 million highway around here somewhere. Alright, so this is 550 Ouray to Silverton. They call this the $1 Million Highway. Other than for the views, I don't know the history behind it. Well, we just came down that. Check that one off. Alright, we're going to take this to 18, head back to Lake City. I want y'all to see this. Even their highways don't have guardrails. Look at this. Even their highways. Highway! Man, I love this place. Alright, we're going to give a left signal. That's 18. That takes us back over to Engineer. Okay. First of all, I apologize. I dropped my bike. Y'all didn't get to see it. Second thing I apologize for is 18 from 550 up is the nastiest road I have traveled all day. It was one huge rock pile. Now, had I been in the Talon, I'd have been in rock crawling heaven. But Ozuki held in there with me. And I'll show you here in a little bit. I'll do another off the bike thing. We dented the now keep in mind I still don't have rear brakes. They are they're gone. Ain't nothing back here but an axle. I got in a bind on 18. Set of stairs going up, and just solid rock shelves. Probably 1 foot, and then 2 foot, and then 1 foot, and 1 foot. And chose what I felt was the right line. But I made one mistake. About halfway up the stair step, I panicked. And I forgot that this bike has stupid power on tap. Well, when I panicked, instead of just stopping and dealing with the situation, I grabbed a fistful of throttle in low gear, and the bike shot out from under me. And it went to the top of the stairs without me. So, on one side of being thankful, we made it up it. Now, I'm back up on top. This is 9 or Corkscrew Gulch. I'm working my way over to Engineer so I can start down towards home base. Yeah, so here we are. We got to go up before we can come down, so and I'll show you the damage we incurred, but I got a couple little dings to take home from Colorado. You know, you see a lot of dual sports say, hey man, how'd you do that? Oh, it fell over in the garage. It fell over in the parking lot. Somebody backed into it. I can say, well, I panicked on Trail 18 in Colorado and sent my bike to the top of the stairs without me. I'm gonna tell y'all too, I'm pretty fatigued, man. We're 79 miles into the day. I've rode 7 of the highest passes in Colorado, and I rode Engineer twice today just to get home. I don't know why I keep slowing down other than I'm tired. This goes so much easier when you're just letting this thing do its job. Keep the RPMs up, keep the speed up, and just hang on. I did that on purpose so y'all could see this. Yeah, I'm not buying it either. Sorry for the breathing, y'all. It's a mental thing now. Alright, commit. Man. Alright guys, so I made it back. I don't know what happened to the GoPro coming up on Engineer. You didn't really miss nothing. It was a slow ride down into Lake City. But like I said, I lost my back brakes. Well, I didn't stop. When you all seen when the GoPro quit, and I think what happened was when I lost the bike on the stair step, I think the battery eliminator got damaged, and that's why it did what it did. But it cut out right at the top of Engineer. 30 seconds after it cut out, I topped over the mountain, come down the other side, and now I'm back in the campground. We made it back. There's Miss Julie.
Hi.
There's MG. But I wanted to show you. So, when I lost it on the stair step, I have a nice shiny dent in my Dominator. I busted the blinker box. I know. And I think that was it. I got a couple scratches on my new tank. But other than that, you can see the crash guard took the brunt of it. And, you know, can't complain. I mean, it was a pretty violent send. And there's no damage to tell. So, very, very fortunate. The one other thing I want to show you guys, I lost back brakes. This is aluminum melted to the rotor. This is aluminum piled up on the caliper. This is melted brake pad that has dripped down onto this assembly. It's got so hot that it's melted the bushings in the caliper. Now, that was horrible. I've never had a caliper get so hot that it melts the brake pads. But you can see back up in there, I've got aluminum melted, or I got something melted everywhere. Now, the blessings of this is I got home safe. It's over. This bike was brought here to do this ride today, and it done it. It's done its job. So I'm loading it back on the truck, and she's done. I'll take her home, take it apart, but I'm guessing just because of heat degradation, I'm going to have to replace everything from this ferrule brake hose back. Rotor, caliper, pads, it don't matter. It does not matter. I don't care if I have to replace everything from the shock back. It done its job. It was an amazing ride. Super happy. But for those of you headed out here, I would suggest a new rotor and a new set of brakes before you take off. Like I said, these had a year of riding on them. Won't make that mistake again. On the other side of that, on the front, heavy wear. Heavy wear. So I'm done. The bike's done. I have no brakes left. But other than that, man, you guys want to come out here and run 7 passes in a day, you've seen what it takes right there. It's 100 miles and a half from Lake City all the way to Telluride over to Ouray, back to Lake City. So